We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks, where we learn about food through books. Today we're reading Leaf Trouble. This story is by Jonathan Emmett, illustrated by Caroline Jane Church, and it's a scholastic book. Let's see what's going to happen in this story. A fresh breeze blew across the woodland, tickling the tall grasses and trembling the trees. Summer had left and autumn had arrived. Pip Squirrel stuck his head out of the nest and sniffed the air. Something's changed, he decided, and he scampered off to find out what it was. Look at all these pretty leaves. We've had beautiful leaves this fall where we live. Pip's nest was in an old oak tree. Pip loved the old tree, and he knew every bit of it from twig to trunk. But something was happening to the tree. It was happening so slowly that Pip hadn't noticed it until now. He skittered to a stop and stared at the leaves beside him. What's happening to the tree? He was so surprised that he let go of the trunk and he fell down the tree. "Ah!" squealed Pip as he tumbled down through the branches and landed on the woodland floor. There he is. Pip lay there for a moment, staring up at the leaves. "They've changed color," he gasped, and he was right. The last time Pip had looked closely at the leaves, they had all been green. But now there were yellow and orange and even some red. Look at all those beautiful colors. As Pip watched, one of the leaves dropped off and drifted down towards the ground. He jumped up and ran after it and caught it in his paws. But even as he reached it, another leaf began to fall. Pip ran after the second leaf and just managed to catch it before it touched the woodland floor. "Not again," gasped Pip as a third leaf began to fall. Pip was still racing around trying to catch falling leaves when his sister Blossom scurried up. "Good," panted Pip. "You're here just in time." "Just in time for what?" asked Blossom. "And to help save the tree," puffed Pip. "It's falling to pieces." "But that's been happening for days," said Blossom, pointing to the leaf-covered ground. "Then we've got to stop it now," insisted Pip. "Look at all those falling leaves." Pip and Blossom collected all the fallen leaves into a great big pile. "Now what?" asked Blossom. "We've got to put them back," said Pip. So Blossom carried the leaves up into the tree, where Pip tried to stick them back onto the branches. But it didn't work very well. Do you think that we can stick leaves back on the trees? Let's see what's going to happen. All of a sudden, there was a huge gust of wind, and hundreds of leaves began to fall. Pip and Blossom were scrambling around frantically trying to gather them when Mom Squirrel arrived. "What are you two up to?" she asked. When Mom found out what Pip and Blossom had been doing, she couldn't help but smile. "But Pip," she said, "the tree has to lose its leaves." And she explained that taking care of leaves was hard work for the tree, and that after keeping the leaves all summer, it needed to rest for a while, so the leaves began to fall off. "But I love this tree," said Pip sadly. "It's our home, and I want it back the way it was." "It will be," said Mom. "When spring comes, the leaves will come back, and they'll only have gone away for a little while." And Pip thought, "Like when the sun sets and then comes back up again?" "Like when the sun sets," agreed Mom, "except the leaves will take just a little longer to come back." Pip, Blossom, and Mom played beneath the old oak tree until sunset. Before they left, they collected some leaves to take back to put in their winter nest. It would make their nest a little bit softer. "They're such beautiful colors," said Pip, smiling, "and now I understand why." He held up a paw full of leaves to show Blossom and Mom. They're the colors of the sunset, said Pip. And they really are. That looks like a sunset, doesn't it? And soon, we won't have any more leaves on our trees. They're all going to fall off. But we can enjoy all these beautiful fall colors, just like we can enjoy different colors of food. So let's think about trying to have some green foods. We have a green pear and some green lettuce. Maybe some yellow foods. Do you have a favorite yellow food? I have several. Bananas are yellow on the outside, corn on the cob, and pineapple. We love all those beautiful orange leaves, and we might like some of this pretty orange food. We have orange juice or oranges. We have some carrots. Sweet potatoes are another really yummy orange food. And then when the leaves are all dried up, they turn brown. And we have some brown foods that are yummy too, like beans and potatoes. So this fall, I would encourage you to think about all the beautiful colors of leaves and also thinking about ways that you can maybe eat some of those colors. Put those on your plate every day. When we think about fruits and vegetables, those are the ones that are the most colorful. And a lot of our grains are brown. So think about what you can put on your plate to make it look nice in fall, this fall. Come back and join us another time for Storytime Cooks as we continue to learn about food through books.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods